We all know, at least for last 20 years, that we are all connected virtually in terms of technology, internet. But the spiritualist for thousands of years across all cultures, religions, believed that we belong to one mind, one power, one God, one spirit. We are one. Though our desires have made us separate entity, physical entity, but we are one. And there had been a debate about what is the nature of reality, why we are here, what is the purpose of our existence. There were hundred thousands of books from Veda to you know lectures, debates, and but interestingly, last 300 years, science, which is we call the mainstream modern science, has also tried to address this issue. And for almost 250 years, they did not bother any branch of science, take it physics, medicine, chemistry, they did not bother. I mean, some of them did, but mainstream scientists. But what happened in 1930, that something, a new concept has popped up as quantum mechanics. And what is quantum mechanics and what is that? I have discussed it in my previous video. I'm not going to repeat it. And this is the fourth video actually, but I'm going to give some case studies, experiments, and also some solutions. And I'm going to take you on a different kind of journey with the context of New Age philosophy. And this video is not only for the purpose of video. This is also for the experiment. This is also an open source video for the scientists to debate globally, because I'm going to submit some very startling, intriguing, mind blowing data experiments. Okay. Now, if you consider last 100 years of quantum mechanics, the mainstream scientists did not bother. Einstein was not very comfortable with the quantum mechanics, though he was one of the person who published the papers. But he was not comfortable. He didn't like that God is not fixed. The space-time can be crossed. There could be anything in the nature beyond reality of light or something like that. He did not like these things. The most genius person of the 20th century. He was very humble, decent, down to earth, and one of the finest brain humanity had. Yet Einstein was not God, right? I mean, he never claims to be. But what happened is that for 101 years, 100 and almost 200 years, from the Newton to Einstein, some physicists believe that what Newton has found is end of physics. That's it. He has done it. Now, when any scientist or any fraternity of scientists claims that we have done it and we have got everything all fine, and there is nothing to find, there is nothing to explore, there is nothing to do research about, that remains not a science, that becomes religion. Okay. Science is always for open ideas, science is always for experiments, science is always for, so there is no anything as such anti-science or unscientific. That whole the concept unscientific itself is the word, you know, the phrase, the way people phrase it, unscientific. Oh, this is unscientific or that. You have to prove anything unscientific with the help of scientific. You just cannot label the things. So what happened is that, and after 1930, that till the last year, when three scientists got the Nobel Prize for quantum entanglement, and now the quantum mechanics has come to the mainstream science officially. Uh, some scientists got it some years before, Robert Feynman and others. But what happened is that interesting one more phenomena in last 70, 80 years. The emerging technology and science, and especially the rise of internet, has brought different school of thoughts and different branches of science together: physics, parapsychology, psychology, physiology, quantum mechanics, and whatnot, evolution, natural selection, hundreds of concepts. I mean, look, for the purpose of comfort of academic, you know, for the purpose of academic, you can make the branches like physics and physiology. But when it comes to studying the nature, okay, the nature don't have such kind of branches. And science is not the owner of nature. Science is a way of thinking. Science is a way of knowing the nature. Science doesn't own nature. So when somebody is saying that, oh, there is no data, there is no statistics, and there is no empirical data, what happened in the last 70 years is that different school of thoughts, different scientists, different experts have emerged, and they have given number of case studies, experiments, data, and they suggested some solutions and ideas. And now in 2023, we are seeing the top trends. People are interested in quantum mechanics, consciousness, AI technology. There are top 5 trends. What happens after the death? And as the law of the nature or the law of market goes, the demand and supply goes hand in hand. So more and more people are curious about the quantum mechanics and consciousness and the life after death, and why I feel the pain and suffer. What happens to my destiny? Is it my karma? And so many things are going on, and that's why a lot of YouTubers have emerged. They are just cutting paste the knowledge. They're just uh, pasting the double slit experiment to spirituality. Some people are bringing the spirituality into the electron. Some people are taking the electron to the next level, God knows where. And then there is new age gurus. Okay, so what happened is that there is so much uh, dust is there, so much uh, the content is created which we should which it belongs to dustbin, actually, frankly speaking. The dust belongs to dustbin, actually. So my take on this thing is that there was a person, his name was Swami Vijnanananda. He was a sannyasi, but he was the only scientific sannyasi in the Indian history, in almost human history, that who proved the existence of mind. He had done hundreds of thousands of experiments, from intention, remote healing, non-locality, in terms of mind, in the context of mind. Not only he did the experiments, but he shared his experiences to the people for better life, happiness, why we suffer pain, what is the causality, how causality works in terms of how the laws of motion apply to human body, to what extent, why there are two set of rules of quantum mechanics and physiology and other things. So he discussed all these things, published books, and he developed an institution for that. I came in contact with him in 1988, and his philosophy, his name was New Way Philosophy, Newton's plus Vedas. And then he extended to quantum mechanics, and then he did not use the word consciousness, he instead used the word mind. But for the sake of discussion of New Age people, uh, I'm using the consciousness word sometime, but mostly I will prefer to use the word mind. Now, in this video series, uh, I'm trying my best to bring the clarity to the generation next, people, what all this means to us, what it has to do with our life, because these subjects has no longer remain just subjects of scientific lab or scientist fraternity. We human don't like uncertainty, right? But the life is full of uncertainties. So how to figure it out, what's going on, and how to make bigger, better decisions? How this quantum mechanics or your friend from a distant healing can affect your health? How you can process the information which is in your peripheral surround, peripheral space? how meditation helps your body to heal, how your brainwaves decode intuition. What exactly is consciousness? This consciousness concept, what exactly? There are hundreds of definitions. And the biggest fear of every human is that death, which is very inevitable. And why death is not the ultimate destination. Near death experiences, after death experiences. I'm the very unique case of out of body experiment. Because when Swamiji took Samadhi 30 years before, he had said that I will contact you after my Samadhi, and then you'll get guided. And then I'm sharing my experiences also. And by the way, experiences, experiments, empirical data, they go hand in hand. Whatever the clinical trials are there, whatever the clinical study is there, whatever it happens, the doctor when treat the patient, that is a subject to experience. Yet we treat it as a medical science, right? So be on the other side for this. We'll start with that case study of non-locality and mind. Thank you very much.